Well, hello you crazy cats and or kittens, and welcome to day 42 of Clearly What Is Not, Walking with Shawnee. Let me talk you through it. Before I do, yes, that is a Rocky Balboa poster. Yes, that is a Rocky Balboa painting. It is not a fetish, I promise. Anywho, so you would have seen yesterday I put out a couple of videos. The first at the start of the Pennine Way Trail, so buzzing, excited. Weather was looking beautiful, no wind kicking about as well, so got on the trail. Got up to the top of the peak. I don't think it was Jacob's Ladder, I think it was the one that runs around the side to it, but climbed up to the top with my backpack on. What I'll say, that was a bit of a shock to the system. I don't know if that's a couple of beers at the weekend and having a few rest days off, but yeah, significant that was. Got to the top, buckets of sweat, and smashed the water back. With that as well, tested out my new water filter bottle at the stream there. Seemed to work great, which is good. So yeah, got to the top of the peak and walked about half a mile, lost my footing and landed on my right knee. So not off to the greatest starts. So at that point, got up, noticed the back was not feeling fantastic, a bit tight in places, and keeping this trip and journey honest, guys, like as I told you when I was off and heading back into it, the back was feeling really good. I noticed Sunday when I was heading over there and my dad was dropping me over, back felt really tight. I was like, oh, should I be doing this? But decided to go against better judgment and kick on. In fairness, I had quite a good night's sleep in the tent at Edale during Sunday night, so yeah, I thought that would have cracked it. But anywho, yep, so had the fall, kept walking on and found this beautiful clearing. And I took the second video, so lovely reservoir, mountainside drops. You could only hear like the planes up there, like no wind. It was so peaceful. So decided to stop for a bit of water, have a bit of food. At this point, back was starting to worry me a little bit. So again, rested up, had a bit of water, chilled, and then kicked on. About 2 miles later, when I got into where the Pennine Way has its like paving stones set out, lost my footing and completely stacked it. Now at that point, the back was really giving me a lot of jip. I'll be honest, I think I went back to the trail too early, because now, and the decision I made was to walk down to Glossop, get on the train and head back to Newark. So I was heading to a place called Crowden, which is about another 4.5 miles from Glossop. If I would have stayed on the Pennine Way, it would have sort of took me around. So I think very soon after that fall, I was like, you know what, I'm not in a good state, back's in a lot of pain, get yourself home, have a week of rest. So that's exactly what I decided to do. Ego is a little bit bruised. Back is very sore today. I've literally spent the day just relaxing, not really doing much. And I'll be honest, last night I got home, I was upset. I was angry at myself. Apologies for not posting a video. I just pretty much got home. I did put a post on Facebook to update people, but pretty much after that I was like, no, I just want to go to bed. So I think I built a lot of expectation on sort of being fine to go back and just getting on and doing the trail. So the decision I took wasn't something that I took lightly, but I also know that if I want to have a hope of doing this properly and not having to head back again and do this on back and go and back and go, then I need to have a full rest week here, get another sports massage, continue with my sort of yoga poses. And I think I've touched on this before, like I can be a person who gets very disappointed with myself and hold myself to a very high standard. So I think that's where the anger was coming from yesterday. I had a call from a great mate, Aman, today, who gave me some great advice, and it resonated a lot with me. So don't put time frames on this journey. Make the end goal getting to John O'Groats. And I think it's something that's been a thought throughout this, and I know I've sort of vented to you guys a lot about, you know, I want to do it as quickly as possible. I don't want to go into this or go back after 2 days feeling, yeah, I'm great, fantastic, and then just do, you know, significant longer term damage to my back. I mean, there is a side of me, yes, I know 500 miles, you know, even think that, you know, well, I'm 491 miles at the moment. I know that's a great achievement and that's fantastic. And I'm very proud of that. And a lot of people have been so supportive and proud that I've managed to do that. And that's amazing. I also know that expectations with Sean is that that's fantastic, but I really want to finish what I set out to do. For one, I don't want to let people down who have sponsored me. Two, I think it's something that would always linger over me if I didn't finish it. So all the more reason why I've had to take this difficult decision to have a week off. And I do say difficult. Some might be thinking, oh, a week off to do nothing. Today was, I'm not going to say hell, but when you're off and it's not like a normal holiday, it's all dependent on you resting up, making sure you're doing the right things for your back so that you can do this walk. It gets very, very different. I had great advice by my cousin Wendy, who said, like, you know, you've got to see this challenge now like your job. And she's absolutely right. You've got to take care of yourself as you would take care of yourself to be well for work. You know, you've got to get good sleep. You've got to make sure you're physically fit, mentally all there to go. So it's been a tough one to make the decision, but equally, you know, I know it's the right one, and, you know, I pray that taking this time off is going to make me stronger and heal me and get me ready for the next stage of the journey, because if I wasn't able to do that, yeah, that would be not great. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, I'm almost at 7 minutes now. What was meant to be a quick update has gone a lot longer. So, as always, I know a lot of you lovely people have responded with messages of encouragement on Facebook yesterday, and that really means the world to me. It really does. Those of you who have reached out directly, just amazing. You know, you guys have been getting me through this trip, and you know, your lovely messages support me so much. So I really just want to thank you for that. And with that, I'll probably continue doing video updates throughout this week. Maybe a good chance to focus on some mental health content and raise the awareness on that side of things. But with that, peace and love.